I've been worried about this ever since I got the letter.
Mary Gresham says she hasn't received a good night's sleep in a couple of months, ever since she received a water bill from the city of Columbia for more than $3,500.
I don't know, I was just out of it because I couldn't believe that they sent me a water bill for $3,500.
Gresham says in mid-February, she noticed that her water pressure was low and saw water gushing from the water line down her street. She claims it began after the state's Department of Transportation mowed the lawn, so she filed a claim with the department, but it was denied. According to the claims office, someone notified the city about the leak a day before the employees cut the grass at that same location. So Gresham says she contacted the city of Columbia to try to get answers.
When I talked to the person down to the water place, they said they will go over it and review it. The next thing I heard was they sent me a pink letter saying that they had reviewed it from $3,500 to $17,000.
News 19 reached out to the Department of Utilities and Engineering, and in an email, the department said, quote, "We understand she believes a third party to be responsible, and she may be filing a claim with that third party." The email went on to read, saying, "We take very seriously the need to be fair and equitable to all of our ratepayers." But Gresham says she just wants answers to her high water bill.
Nobody wants to be blamed for it. DOT don't want to be blamed for it. The city don't want to be blamed for it. But it's somebody's fault. But nobody wants to claim it. They all want to put it on me. And I know good and well I don't use that much water. Not with one person. And I think it's unfair for them to try to run that much on me.
Mary Gresham told me the South Carolina Department of Transportation was cutting this grassy area behind me. That is when she noticed the water pressure in her house being low and even saw water gushing from the water line. Fast forward a couple weeks, she received a bill for $3,500. So I decided to look more into the situation.
I was just out of it because I couldn't believe that they sent me a water bill for $3,500.
Fast forward 24 hours.
It's like a load had just dropped off of me, really. You know, like the pressure just went away.
And Mayor Steve Benjamin was on Mary Gresham's front porch delivering some good news.
The bill's now $59.79.
Okay. He went over and told me that everything has been wiped out, that I didn't have to have that hanging over my head.
Gresham says she's been struggling over this water bill for months after a third party cut her water line, but her issues were never resolved.
It's obvious that Ms. Gresham is not responsible for use of that water. And that's really all I think any common sense individual needs to know.
And that's when News 19 reached out to Mayor Benjamin for his help.
I don't think it should have taken that far. But let the record reflect, I found out about this less than 24 hours ago. And I think we've solved it pretty quickly, right?
In a matter of 24 hours, Gresham's water bill was entirely wiped out. And to say she is no longer stressed is an understatement.
You don't know how glad I am. I think I could use a big glass of cold water.
In Columbia, Kayla Binette, News 19 WLTX.